My name is Jessica, a 32-year-old journalist with a passion for uncovering the truth, no matter how dark or dangerous it might be. It was a cold autumn evening in New York City. The streets were slick with rain as yellow cabs zipped by, their headlights reflecting off the wet pavement. The city buzzed with its usual energy, but I was lost in the quiet chaos of my thoughts. Inside my modest apartment, the only light was the glow of my desk lamp, casting long shadows across a pile of investigative reports. The air felt thick with tension, as though something big was about to unfold. As I sat in front of my computer, the usual confidence I carried was replaced with a feeling of unease. I had always been fearless in my work, driven by a sense of justice and a desire to expose the truth. I was known for my determination and sharp mind, often working late into the night to crack difficult cases. But I had learned that my impatience, my need for control, often made it hard for me to connect with others. Tonight, however, the stakes felt different. My current investigation into the powerful tech company Genentech wasn't just another corporate scandal. I had uncovered a lead that could expose their darkest secrets, but my gut told me this was more than just business. It was personal now. I was diving into something bigger and far more dangerous than I ever imagined. I knew the road ahead wouldn't just challenge my professional abilities, but also force me to confront my own flaws. This investigation was going to test me in ways I couldn't predict. But I had no choice but to follow the trail, no matter where it led. The trigger event that shatters Jessica's routine comes unexpectedly. A cryptic message arrives on her phone in the middle of the night. The message is from an anonymous source within Genentech, warning her of a deeper conspiracy within the company, one that reaches further than she could ever imagine. The text reads, "If you want the truth, look beyond the surface. But know this, you're not just digging into a story. You're digging into a dangerous game." The message comes with a link to a hidden folder containing confidential files that appear to implicate Genentech in illegal activities, including blackmail, sabotage, and more. Jessica is instantly on edge, her heart racing as the weight of the information sinks in. She hesitates before opening the files, a feeling of dread creeping over her. But her journalistic instincts kick in and she dives in. The documents are more than just evidence. They are a roadmap to a much larger and more dangerous conspiracy than she could have imagined. Her hands tremble as she reads about powerful figures within the company, including the CEO, Damien Black, who seemed to be involved in orchestrating a vast network of corruption. The news comes as a shock, but the real blow hits when she receives a phone call from her longtime friend Ryan. Ryan, who has been helping her with her investigation, confesses that he has been working with Genentech all along. His voice is shaky, regretful, and apologetic, but the betrayal stings deeply. "Jessica, I never wanted to hurt you, but they've got too much on me. I don't have a choice," he says before abruptly hanging up. Jessica is left staring at her phone, feeling betrayed and blindsided. This revelation hits hard. She feels the sting of Ryan's betrayal and the weight of the information in the files. Her investigation has taken a dark turn, and the stakes have skyrocketed. Now, it's not just about exposing corruption. She's in danger. Her friends, her allies, even the people she trusts, could be enemies. Jessica understands that everything she's worked for is on the line now, including her career, her safety, and even her personal relationships. The goal has shifted from simply uncovering the truth to surviving long enough to expose the people behind these crimes. The emotional turmoil that follows is overwhelming. Jessica feels a mix of fear, confusion, and anger. How could Ryan have betrayed her? But beneath the surface, there's a spark of determination. This betrayal has ignited something inside her, a burning need for justice. She realizes that this isn't just about doing the right thing anymore. It's personal. Genentech and those behind it have crossed a line, and Jessica is willing to risk everything to expose them. Her world has been turned upside down, but she's more resolved than ever to see this through, no matter the cost. The conflict is now clearly defined. Jessica is up against a powerful corporation, led by a ruthless CEO, and the people she trusted have turned against her. The stakes are high. She stands to lose her career, her safety, and potentially her life. But if she succeeds, she could bring down one of the most dangerous and influential companies in the world. The question is, can she survive long enough to see it through? Jessica's journey intensifies as she delves deeper into her investigation, determined to uncover the full extent of Genentech's corruption. However, the challenges she faces begin to escalate, and each step forward brings her closer to danger. Late one night, Jessica receives a chilling warning. Someone is watching her. The next day, she discovers her apartment has been ransacked, and her laptop, containing the incriminating files, is gone. The threat is not empty. Someone is actively trying to stop her. As the pressure mounts, Jessica realizes that she is not just facing a corporation. She's fighting for her very life. The emotional toll of her investigation takes a toll on her personal life. Her mother grows increasingly worried about her safety, urging her to abandon the investigation. But Jessica refuses. She becomes more isolated, spending long hours on her work and distancing herself from the people who care about her. This emotional distance begins to affect her, causing her to question her priorities. The line between right and wrong becomes increasingly blurred as she digs deeper into Genentech's secrets. At one point, a former contact, a hacker named Aaron, offers to help Jessica break into Genentech's encrypted files. But he warns her of the dangers. The data she is uncovering is far more dangerous than she realizes, and exposing it could have consequences for innocent people. Jessica is torn. She knows that exposing the truth could be the key to justice, but she also understands the potential harm it could cause. The moral dilemma weighs heavily on her, but the temptation to reveal the truth proves too great. Unexpected help comes from Sarah, Jessica's former journalism mentor, who was once a renowned investigative reporter before a scandal involving Genentech forced her into early retirement. Sarah's experience proves invaluable as she guides Jessica through the complicated world of corporate espionage. Sarah teaches Jessica how to be strategic, how to expose Genentech's corruption without putting herself and others at risk. Her wisdom provides Jessica with the clarity she needs to keep moving forward, but Sarah also reminds her that fighting this battle will require more than just uncovering the truth. It will require careful planning and sacrifice. Ryan, despite his earlier betrayal, reappears and begs for forgiveness. He claims that he was coerced into helping Genentech and offers a crucial piece of information that could bring the corporation down. However, Jessica is wary. Can she trust him again after everything he's done? The situation is complicated, and Jessica must decide whether to give him another chance or cut him out of her life completely. Damian Black, the ruthless CEO of Genentech, emerges as a constant and dangerous antagonist. His power and influence make him an adversary unlike any Jessica has ever faced. Black is aware of her investigation and uses every resource at his disposal to stop her, from private investigators to false leads, and even bribing her into abandoning her mission. But Jessica refuses to back down. She knows that exposing Genentech's corruption will not just bring justice, but also take down one of the most powerful men in the world. Jessica's success comes in fits and starts. She secures a meeting with a former Gentech employee who provides key information, only for the employee to be killed in a mysterious car accident shortly after. Jessica feels the loss deeply, but it only strengthens her resolve. She begins to realize that she is no longer just exposing corruption. She is fighting to stop a dangerous corporation that will stop at nothing to protect itself. However, the price for her pursuit of justice is high. Aaron, the hacker who helped her, is murdered in cold blood. Jessica is devastated by the loss, and it forces her to question her commitment to the investigation. She begins to wonder whether her fight for the truth is worth the cost. But just when she is at her lowest point, she uncovers the final piece of the puzzle: irrefutable proof of Gentech's crimes. With this discovery, she has everything she needs to bring the corporation down once and for all. But now the stakes have never been higher. Black will stop at nothing to silence her. Through these challenges, Jessica grows stronger. She learns to navigate the complex moral dilemmas of investigative journalism, and she begins to accept her vulnerabilities. The emotional toll takes a toll on her, but she becomes more resilient. She realizes that her mission is about more than just exposing the truth. It's about justice, and she will see it through no matter the cost. Jessica finally stands on the precipice of the moment she's been building toward: a confrontation with Damian Black. After weeks of investigating betrayals and sacrifices, she has the irrefutable evidence of Gentech's corruption and illegal practices. The very thing that could bring the powerful corporation to its knees. But with the discovery comes a massive risk. Black has caught wind of her investigation, and he will stop at nothing to silence her. The climactic moment occurs when Jessica finally secures an interview with a whistleblower, an insider from within Gentech who is willing to testify against the corporation. This is the opportunity she's been waiting for, the final step in her mission to expose the truth. But just as the whistleblower arrives, Jessica is ambushed by Black's private security team, who have been tracking her every move. They arrive at the meeting place, and Jessica, despite the danger, refuses to back down. With a mix of fear and determination, she tries to get the whistleblower to safety, knowing that this is the moment that will determine whether her efforts will succeed or fail. Black's influence extends far beyond what Jessica anticipated. He personally arrives at the scene, mocking her belief in justice. As he confronts her face to face, he offers her a deal: turn over the evidence, abandon the investigation, and he'll ensure her safety and her family's well-being. The choice is tempting. After all, Jessica has sacrificed everything for this mission, and now, with her life hanging in the balance, she's presented with the opportunity to walk away. But as Black makes his case, Jessica is reminded of the lives that have already been lost because of Gentech's greed and corruption: her former mentor Sarah's career, Aaron's death, and the countless others who have suffered. In this moment, the stakes have never been higher, and Jessica is forced to make a choice that will define her. The intensity of the scene escalates when Jessica chooses not to give in. She refuses to be intimidated or blackmailed. With the whistleblower's testimony in hand, she makes a bold move to release the evidence to the public, knowing that once it's out, there's no going back. She activates the secure server on her laptop, transferring the documents to an encrypted site. But before she can fully complete the upload, Black's team closes in on her. The tension is palpable as Jessica fights to secure the evidence, and in a desperate attempt to buy time, she stages a diversion, leading Black and his team in a different direction. This creates a brief window of opportunity to finish the upload. In the midst of the chaos, Jessica's mother calls, worried about her safety. The urgency in her voice is a reminder of the personal cost of Jessica's pursuit of justice. At this critical moment, Jessica is reminded of the life she once led, a peaceful, ordinary life that now seems so far away. But as the server begins its final upload, Jessica is confronted by Black, who is furious and willing to do anything to stop her. The physical confrontation between them is brutal, with Jessica barely managing to escape. She realizes that, even in the face of violence and manipulation, her commitment to exposing the truth cannot waver. Jessica narrowly escapes with the evidence, but as she walks away, the full weight of the consequences hits her. Her life will never be the same. The moment is a turning point. She's made her choice, and now she must live with it. But as she leaves the scene, she feels a renewed sense of purpose, despite the risks that lie ahead. She has done what she set out to do: expose Genentech's corruption, and now with the public having access to the evidence, there is no turning back. In the aftermath, Jessica receives a final message from Sarah, who has been following the developments from afar. Sarah's words are simple but powerful. "You did it. You changed everything." For the first time in weeks, Jessica allows herself a brief moment of relief. The battle is far from over, but the seeds of change have been planted. As the chapter closes, Jessica is left standing at the precipice of a new chapter in her life. The fight is not over, but she knows that with the truth now out in the open, the battle for justice has only just begun. The stakes are higher than ever, but Jessica has proven that, with unwavering determination, even the most powerful adversary can be brought down. The story ends on a note of hope and anticipation, leaving the reader eager to see what will happen next.